Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been. Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the press, I have nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. But then I realised I need to hear it from you. I've walked a difficult road these past 7 years because you couldn't perform Magnifi's repertoire. Do not be deceived. Valent's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on the way. Zach Gamery. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zach Gamery murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember as if it were only yesterday. Yet, that was not the way. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For a while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what the thieving magpies of the press said. I had no idea. Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction. And here I stand smiling at them all. What am I from a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnifi's death is still a mystery to this day. It is why I came here to get the answer from you. I know I'll be seeing these sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. Sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I've endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on a new golden age. For all miracles in our troupe within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valent, but right now I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this.
Take that!
And what might that be? I see it bears the Gamma Ray seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner, but I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance right to Magnifi's miracles. What? Zach Gamery? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? Trucy Enigma. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous! Zach's gone! Vanished into the void! This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Why? Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnifi. It was Zach, it was. And then he left, and my career as a magician fell into darkness. Do you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zach Gamery shot Magnifi? Was that why you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need to do is a way to prove. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnifi Gamery? Is the evidence that answers the question who killed Magnifi? Well, the only question this evidence can answer is who here is an idiot? It answers you, Mr. Wright. As I suffer some indignities even now, the life of a magician is a life of toil. It's one easy way to win over the public opinion by producing a signed confession, even if the confession is fake. Am I missing something even now? Yes, I am. I think I know I don't want to talk about her. The three of you were a team once. Not the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind the fame, one that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valent Gamery's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How can I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valent would say the same thing. It's just like another murder I might mention. Damn it. Her eyes. I love Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She's dead, and Magnifi Gamery has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trucy. Mr. Zack? I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else, someone other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power. How would I know? My chances are slim. It'd take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who.
Take that!
This boy? His name is... I forget. Something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law office. So what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You've been showing me pictures of strange boys all you... Steady on. You could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. A ring? Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. Holy shit, they are his bracelets.
Take that!
Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How did you know this? Her first husband died a year after they were wed. No. No. No, he's... Him? Her kids? Really? He was a performer. They met when he joined the Gammaries as a guest on our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help but notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They're a Gamma family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in this picture. What? So that's why. Why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where the other one went. She gave it to this boy, her son. That's fucking crazy, man. This strange power, I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact it's passed down from the Gamma Ray line, it runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, Thalassa, once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others. Tension? If she were to face a person, they became tense even slightly, she would know no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it. Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realise that she was subconsciously detecting the tension without the use of a particular object, or in her case, objects. Objects? Wait, was this something she wore? Yes, her bracelets. I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. But what kind of power could a bracelet have? I made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Well, I hardly need to tell me about this point, but those two are brother and sister, yes. And the brother too has this power of theirs. So Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Wright, tonight after our game is done, I'll return to a life of hiding. I will not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I'm in your debt once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It's said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So they're temperature sensitive or something? Yes. This is how they shrink to the exact size of the wearer's wrist. And this has something to do with the power? What have I told you? Gamma ray power reacts to tension in others. When a gamma ray senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they cannot sense it on their own. The muscles? Oh, that's what the bracelets are for. With the bracelets on, one can sense these contractions, because the bracelet's always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist. Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? I guess that sounds simple enough. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it would stop if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, the meaning of the lies that are behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before they may distract it. So basically what you're saying is, the Grammaries can see really well. For them, seeing is more than believing, it's knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me too. Of course, it's difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time, but what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something. Precisely. But wait, Trudy doesn't have any bracelets. You're talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trudy herself has realised it. That's all I know of these things. That's all I know of things Grammary. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, hereby awakening his power. I'll keep it in mind. Well, shall we play a game? I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor, Magnifi passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifi's test. A test? In his last years, Magnifi worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night I could not shoot him, so I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, so it seems, was the correct answer. Take this. I give my art to you, Zack. What? It's thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack, though I would not have minded dying by your hand. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Of course, I would have given Valent his chance. If I shot you in the forehead instead, then it would be over. If your Valent were to shoot me in the head, and I to the darkness would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Ah. Yes, this ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack. And I'm sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day. Seems to me that Magnifi wanted you to be a successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's. Perhaps, but it's not something we'll ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valent up to these days? Waiting for you to die. If 7 years passes like this, the performance rights go to him. Ah, now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know. What? You don't mean to tell me they put the blame on our mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumours Valent had helped you pull it off. That's madness! Well, seems before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated, even though I'm dead? That night, Zack Gamery was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveller with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. His confession, to use as I saw fit. To whom it may concern, 7 years past, I, Zack Gamery, murdered my mentor, Magnifi Gamery. I apologise for the trouble caused by my sudden departure from court, and hereby confess to my crime. Of course, he killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valent. Right. Let's go sort that out, shall we? And yada 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 yada. Transfer the rights. And yada 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 yada. Confession. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zack Gamery wrote one more thing before passing on. This is a confession, in which he admits to the killing of Magnifi Gamery. See? All according to your plan. I'm a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have turned. Now I'm the audience, believing in the deceptions I've wrought upon myself. Zack wrote this right in front of me, after I explained your situation to him. Alakaz, oh my god! You do know this confession is nothing but lies. Yes, it is in my opinion Zack Gamery killed no one. Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, The one who remains is guilty. That will be the logical conclusion, yes. So he vowed to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot Magnifi Gamma in the forehead? If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will, there's nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent, and in my mental Magnifi's repertoire, it was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. Sir Valant Gamry did kill the great Magnifi. So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it's not I who shot my mentor. What? If it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple? Such as... I don't know. Knack and talent Gamma Ray, maybe? Your wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Van received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now. If it wasn't Zack or Valant who shot Magnifi, it had to be the only other person on the scene, which means... Wait, you don't mean... Yes, the great Magnifi Gamma Ray himself. So Magnifi Gamma Ray committed suicide? You find it hard to believe? To be honest, I hadn't even imagined the possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. When I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with Magnifi Gamma Ray? Yes, and that's why I knew what he'd done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner Zack, not me. I see. I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. My crime was in a way more serious than that of murder. What? Your crime? Is Valant Gamry confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? You see, I knew 2 letters had been sent. There were no secrets between partners, it was easy to find out. That's when I understood Magnifi's plan. He wanted to die by one of your... hands? Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That's when I heard it. The little demon whispering in my heart. The demon? Let me confess. I had intended to shoot Magnifi, and I planned on throwing my partner for the crime. What? That night, I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room, which was IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed, and then I'd use the IV liquid to place the murder into his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came, but then Magnifi called back to me. I am sorry, Valant. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him if you can. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what had just been told consumed me. That's when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnifi killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew in me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of the suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped the prints, and used a syringe to add the IV liquid I'd bought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifi died, and you framed Zack for his murder. As planned indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I'd anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but yes. I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Vallant. Thank you. It's I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I'd lost everything could I make my decision. You're going to turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man, but I find I was wrong. For Zack Gamere was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now I think about it, I realise that No, we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope the day will come when I meet my partner, Zack Gamere. Then I shall apologise for my terrible mistake. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Zack Gamere, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer, he's no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver, and the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. It would involve paying that man a visit. Well, there's only one thing left here. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph Gavin's currently occupied. I see. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... Can you go find out? Certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment. My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see. There it is, the yellow envelope. And the sender is... Drew Missum. I was right. If this is the last letter that Drew Missum wrote, then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. Let's see if this actual Queen Spray finds anything. So this was Drew Missum's messenger of death. It was this stamp, all right, no mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin. The interview request came, like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you. Please release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll write a letter with a report. Finally, decisive evidence. What's this? A burglar in my jail? Gavin! I didn't know your moonlight didn't last me, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I see the stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Missum hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? There are no known survivors of aquaquine poisoning. Never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right, wait. Yes, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Sorry, forgot I had it. Many thanks. Whoa. We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it's time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter, the final trial. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can. Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vera Missum innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? Something inside me, rising, surfacing. Something important, lost long ago. It's close now, so close. Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Missum. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready to lock. Prosecutor Gavin, how's the defendant Vera Missum's condition? Acute aquatine poisoning, according to her physician. She could die at any time. Thus, her absence in the courtroom today. What? They can't put her on trial without being here. It is unusual. They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them. That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of the case, the experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not going to let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. Address on here, a name I've ever heard of. At least I think so. It's too blurry to read. The nail polish Mr. Wright gave me. Looks like the brand symbol. It's an A drawn like a flower. It's refreshing to see a brand with a simple, clear design like this. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Find Vera missing to some poison, because she couldn't live as the guilt of what she done. But Vera was poisoned with atraquine, the exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being a killer, she'd have access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for future discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defence holds that Vera Misham is the victim and not a killer. If that's so, you have something to prove. You have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told her who her mystery killer was. The prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defence to prove its claims to the court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned. I've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how. Which to hit first. How the killer poisoned Vera Misham? I'll focus first on the method used. Any comments for you again, Prosecutor Gavin? Not a bottle or container as a poison was found on the defendant's body. I see. So the vector of the poisoning is unknown. Is the defence prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham? Yes, Your Honour. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham? It's got to be the nail polish, right?
Take that!
What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle! I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Ha 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 ha! Is that nail polish? Colourless. Ah, something the matter? Nein, nothing at all. So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? Like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails? Ah, my wife has red nails. I see, so she's been painting them all this time. You goofy old fuck. Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Whenever Vera became nervous, she had an habit of biting her nails. Her nails? Oh! Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution has Vera examined, did they check her nails? Well, Bailiff! Have them check the defendant's nails at once! Mr. Justice? Yes? Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish? Yes. That bottle belongs to Vera Misham? Why'd you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? Nein, just checking. Mr. Justice, you're about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with the chatter. You realise the weight of this accusation here? Let me show you. Understood, Your Honour. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. Then let us ask. Who poisoned Vera Misham via her nail polish?
Take that!
What's this? Christoph Gavin? That's your game. My brother. There's no way he'd do a thing like that. You should know better than anyone else. Indeed, he's behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it wasn't impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourself when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday, it could have been a month ago, maybe even a year ago, or perhaps 7 years ago. But Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, do you feel there's a clear and pressing need that we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness? Fine. I've known for some time an impenetrable darkness led to the bottom of this. A darkness has swallowed even myself. Okay, the defense wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison. Ah, Your Honor, how nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss? Step up a lip, Apollo, you can do it. Does this bottle look familiar? Aradoni nail polish. Why yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet. And was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste, indeed. This nail polish was Alvira Misson was poisoned. At your queen, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin. Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Cavalier? Maybe you can explain this. You're being accused again. By him again. Ah, and you agree with his accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of poisoning the defendant Vera Missum. Please testify this matter to the court.